If you're not set up with an LLC, you are losing out on thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in tax savings every year.
What really is the benefit if, let's say, I'm getting involved in real estate investing, right? So I'm investing $100,000 that I used from a HELOC into one of these passive fix and flip deals. In my understanding, I kind of created a short list of benefits that I'm aware of. Really, the first is protecting my assets, right? If I've got a variety of assets, I don't want all of those exposed in the event of anything happening that could cause somebody to want to take me to court and sue me, right? The other big benefit for me, of course, is tax benefits. You know, I'm obviously looking at saving as much as I can on my tax consequences at the end of every year. So having proper structures allows me to do that as well. I know that with an EIN, I'm able to go out and build business credit, so I can start to establish additional borrowing sources. I can access capital and leverage other people's money if I'm able to generate more money with that than it costs me to use it. Ultimately, those would be what I would consider the three primary benefits of proper structuring. Is that a fair understanding, or am I missing something in terms of the benefits of doing this?
Yeah, no, that's a great understanding of what you're doing. And, we live in a highly litigious society, and it just so happens that one of the most prevalent areas of litigation in the United States is real estate, and for good reason, because there's a lot of money involved. That LLC reduces your personal liability. It also comes with some great tax deductions like we talked about. And I'll just use that same example, the deal that you're in on Greenside with Maven, 39% cash on cash return. I think you did 100,000, Matthew. Let's say someone does not have an LLC. They're just doing this as a sole proprietorship. They invested $100,000 in Greenside. They're going to get that 39% cash on cash return. That's called a 39,000 paid interest after 6 months. That's what's great about those deals, is they turn around quickly. So that person's going to pay taxes on that full $39,000 paid interest because they didn't have an LLC. Someone who's structured properly, and what we do is setting folks up with that limited liability company so that, yes, they're getting that same $39,000 paid interest after 6 months, but we are able to look at their tax deductions. There are several that come to mind, the most common ones. You've mentioned a couple of them, but you're able to write off your attorney fees and your accounting fees. We look at this as a team. You need on your team a great lawyer and a great tax preparer. You can write off all those fees. You can write off the bank service fees on your LLC bank account. Those average 15 to 20 bucks a month. Other, fees come into play if you have other things attached to that account, online banking, that sort of thing. You can also write off business entertainment expenses. Now, don't go crazy with this one, guys, but if you're taking, let's say, 4 of your friends out to dinner because you're wanting to talk about a passive real estate transaction, maybe you're going to look at an arbitrage situation. Some of our clients that we had on, Joy and Christian Gilbert, that's exactly what they were doing with their very second deal, was doing this cool arbitrage arrangement. Let's say you're going out to dinner. You can write off 50% of those dinners as long as the purpose of those conversations is to bring in revenue. That's the language from the IRS. So 50% deductible throughout the year. So keeping track of all of those expenses. The fourth most common one that we see is writing off your home office. So usually we do that by square footage. But if you do those 4 things, on average, if you are getting that $39,000 in paid interest, you're going to be able to write off 25% of that profit. And that's just such a huge difference. So if you're not set up with an LLC, you are losing out on thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in tax savings every year.
Absolutely, right. So I guess contrary to what my point was in terms of doing this, and it's a bit of an insurance policy, there is immediate benefit to it regardless of things working perfectly throughout. Even if you never end up with some liability of some kind, you're still benefiting monetarily right out of the gate, which covers your costs of services, especially given the fact that the costs behind your services are tax deductible as well. This is Legal Sphere with Abby Broyles, and she has been a fantastic addition to our network and a friend of the channel here. So we're very excited to have you on board and help guide people. If you guys are interested, again, it's a completely free consultation. No hard sale pitch involved. At least get an understanding of where you're at, what some of your goals are, in order to determine if you are set up the right way, or if you maybe do need some additional layers of protection in place that's where you're going to start. Email structure at vipfinancialeducation.com. First name, last name, phone number inside the body of the email, structure in the subject line of the email, and we'll make sure we get you guys connected and you'll have a conversation with this lovely young lady directly. So thank you, Abby, so much for coming on and at least briefly explaining a little bit about what you're up to here and how it's impacting some of these lenders on the Maven projects as well. It's really fantastic.
Yeah, thanks, Matthew. Thanks for having me. And yeah, it's great to be able to work with your clients. They come eager and excited, and that's the kind of client we want to work with.
We may not have the biggest audience, but we do have the best. They are truly a fantastic demographic of financially capable and generally very fiscally responsible folks, and it's always been a pleasure year after year after year. So for those of you that do take advantage of this, you won't be sorry. And I'm standing behind Abby and putting my name next to her, so you can trust you're going to get a terrific experience. And if not, please do let us know directly. We hold everybody accountable that's welcome here on the channel. So we'll be watching, Abby. We'll be watching. All right, guys, we do really appreciate all of you guys for joining today. Thank you so much, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Until then, make it a great day and keep on cash flowing. Take care.